everyone, some Gamer Dude here. Last time I talked about Mikage Seijiro, the interdimensional messenger. He was one of two rulers I really focused on in EDL when it first came out, the other being Oborozuki. Oborozuki was quite the contrast to Mikage Seijiro. She felt very complete from the moment she was released. She shares the +100/+100 counter theme, but has many more ways to distribute them and has better payoffs like her dragons or Raya. Even cards like Endless Starlight the Star Sword and Grace of the Star feel much better than what Mikage Seijiro could pack back then. So it's of no surprise that her only direct support card is underwhelming. She probably came off the worst from her Birth of Legend with only one card, Grim and Pandora. A 600/600 light human resonator for 2 will. When Grim and Pandora gain +100/+100 counters, they gain double that amount instead. As an enter, you can use your ruler's activate ability a second time. I know this card got a little hype when it was first shown, but it doesn't really do much of anything. Yes, you get Oborozuki's effect a second time. Is that worth 2 light will? I don't think so. Not when you have other cards for 1 will that will give you +100/+100 counters on top of other effects, or being a flash-in flying body. Yes, they gain double counters, but what does that actually achieve? How much work do you have to put in to reach the levels of the Star Dragon, and they still don't have any of the keywords the dragon has? Or any keywords for that matter. It's just a big beater. I'm not saying Grim and Pandora are without merit. The second activation of Oborozuki's skill is not bad by any stretch of the imagination. It's just that similar results can be achieved with arguably better cards. I don't think they're necessary unless you have an incomplete deck and need filler. Thing is, like Mikage Seijiro, Oborozuki does benefit from Kirik's training grounds. I think she might overall gain more from it than the Mikage does. Kirik's Training Grounds is a neat little fire addition for 1 fire. Whenever a J Resonator is put onto your field under your control, you force 1, which is rolling a d6. Then the J Resonator gains +100/+100 counters equal to the results. This does a lot for Oborozuki. Raya damages something for a minimum of 800 when she comes out, or heals you that much. Her having the ability triggered on being played is pretty major in my books. A body that does board control on play and can be triggered again via Oborozuki or Flute is pretty darn good. Exorcist Mage at the Academy comes out fully unlocked. He has barrier the moment he hits the board. If you really don't want them bringing things out via effects like Heroes or Rezard, there you go. Grace of the Star now automatically targets every single one of your Resonators, since they'll all be coming out with at least 1 +100/+100 counter. If you really need something to be safe and you have the open light will, you can. If you need a blocker and you don't want them to die, well, it's going to be really beefy and unkillable. But best yet, Oborozuki's dragons become spammable. So let's set a stage. Turn 1, Flute. Give her some counters via Oborozuki. Your opponent's turn, Flute gives a Magic Stone a counter. Now, hopefully you have the ability to produce fire, Kirik's Hunting Grounds. Give your second Magic Stone a +100/+100 counter via Oborozuki. Now you have 3 light entities or magic stones with +100/+100 counters. Oborozuki's dragons have their cost reduced for every light entity or magic stone with a +100/+100 counter you control. Twinkling Dragon is now free. When you summon Twinkling Dragon, it gets +100/+100 counters from the training grounds. Now summon another. It too gets the +100/+100 counters from the training grounds. Now Star Dragon is free, and you still have 2 will left over, 1 from Flute, 1 from the Stone. Your board has 3 Resonators with flying and over 1000 stats. 1 closer to 2000 with flying, precision, and pierce. Now this presumes a lot of things over the first couple of turns. It's 5 specific cards. It's highly unlikely, but perfectly doable. However, what I'm really getting at here isn't this highly improbable god hand, but Oborozuki now being able to turn every resonator she summons into a cost reduction for her dragons. They don't need a counter generator. They have it natively when summoned. She can put her counters where she needs them, and Flute can have a bit of the hard work taken off her shoulders. She can do some more mana dorking, and less counter distribution. Frankly, Kerrick's training grounds, I feel, was far better support than Grim and Pandora for Oborozuki. I didn't even discuss the fact that Kerrick's training grounds generates so many more counters that Oborozuki, when flipped, can realistically board wipe most things. It would not be hard to generate 15 or more +100/+100 counters. So there you have it. I'm not really sure where Oborozuki stands right now. I know she can theoretically handle heroes, but I'm fairly certain she dies to the rest of the higher tiers of play. Oborozuki probably lands closer to Celesta in terms of tiers. Saying that, like Mikage, in her own weight class, she's far from a bad deck. She's a fun one and very capable. I like the deck a lot and wish I could have completed it. Till next time, this has been Some Gamer Dude, and thanks for watching.